Welcome to episode 1 of the Show Me Nation. On this episode, we're going to prepare the ground for the garage. So the first thing we do is we're going to peel up the grass in that top layer, build up the pad, and get it prepped for concrete. Let's see what that looks like. Looks like I'll be here for a while.
Nation Cut 1.
It's gonna get away from her. Okay, we're finally out here and we're hoping it's not gonna rain, but we've got our area marked off and kind of some rough lines painted on the ground. Figured out our grade. We're about 2 feet lower in the back corner than we are up here. But the first thing we got to do is we got to skin all this sod off of here, pile it over here so we got good topsoil for later, and then we got to haul some fill dirt in here. So let's do it. Okay, this whole thing started as we had to peel back all the sod and we piled it back behind the garage because we knew that we were going to need it for later. The weather today was a little bit cloudy and just about to rain, and I was trying to get this done before things got soggy and slick and nasty. I should probably let you know that I'm not a professional skid steer operator, driver, whatever you want to call it, but every now and then I do stay at a Holiday Inn Express, but usually that's only when my wife is mad at me.
You're gonna wish you were at the Holiday Inn Express.
Oh gosh, she's right behind me. See what I put up with? Anyway, the way this thing is laid out is the bay I'm digging out right now is a long bay that's made for an RV. And then I'm going to turn sideways and start cutting out the front edge of the garage where the regular garage doors are. Now I know it's pretty exciting to watch me dig out sod, but I promise the whole video is not going to be like that, and we are almost done. Now it looks like it's trying to rain out here, and it's getting a little bit slimy. That's no fun. But we did get this sod cleaned off here. Got a nice topsoil pile right there. And I'm sorry, I'm kind of an amateur YouTuber, and I let the card fill up on my camera while I was trying to do a time lapse, but I don't think I successfully did that either. So I don't know if I made a video or a time lapse. I guess I'll see what was on there. Next thing we're going to do is haul in some dirt, and we're going to have to fill this up a little bit because it's a little bit lower, about a foot and a half lower in the back than it is up here on this side on the top of the hill, and we need to get that filled in a little bit because I don't need to buy all that extra concrete, and we want it to look right. Okay, our weather has cleared up a little bit, and we got a little bit of time this evening that we need to get some dirt put out here. So we've got a dirt pile over here on the property that we got from when we dug out the driveway. So I'm going to take that and try to get that back there in that back corner and kind of get this leveled out some. So let's get to it. Well, this dirt hauling expedition I thought was never going to end. It seems like we hauled dirt teaspoon by teaspoon, and you know, even though every trailer load is several tons, it just seemed like it took forever. We'd fill the trailer up and back it up and dump and just do it again and again and again. We continued this process for several days, a few hours at a time after work, and Finally got it up to grade. In this clip, I just want to show you my wicked skid steer operating skills. Actually, Sunny helped out, and believe it or not, she dug out most of the driveway. I wish I had some video of that. So, time to back up again. So I think some of my friends think you're really weird trying to put this on YouTube. I should pay attention to what I'm doing. Anyway, I think some of my friends think this is weird to put this on YouTube, but building a house is like a once in a lifetime thing for some people. And a lot of people like to do stuff on their own, especially nowadays. And I built my first two houses kind of by myself. I didn't actually build them. I just contracted them myself and did the things that I knew how to do. I could do the electrical and the trim work and some of the plumbing and just a lot of things that could really save me some money. And then one of my favorite pastimes nowadays is watching YouTube because I love to learn how to do things. So my objective has been to put this on YouTube and maybe help the next person. If it gets monetized and I can actually make money on it, I would love to do more YouTube DIY stuff. So that's how my wife and I started on this. We've got a daughter who also is a really good video editor, so hopefully this could be something that she could put on her to-do list. Please will you help us edit the videos? But anyway, school's a priority. But so that's kind of why we're doing it, and we hope you enjoy it. If you do get bored, just fast forward a little bit. I'm sure something good will come up. Just hope we don't break anything, because that's not what I want to put on YouTube. So let's dump it. And I'll tell you, the worst thing about this YouTube deal is trying to get your camera set up. Balance it in a tree and everything, and trying to get it to where you can see the dump trailer. Oh man, it takes so much time. But hopefully that'll work. Let's dump it. Okay, let's go smooth some of this out. Then we'll haul some more. This weird apparatus right here is a vibratory compactor, and you have to run over your soil and get it compacted. Usually about every 4 inches is what I do, and that way you got a good solid foundation under here. You can't have just uncompacted fill dirt. So that's what we're doing here. Okay, I think my memory card filled up on that, so my apologies, but we finished compacting that, and looks pretty good. It actually looks level, but I don't think it is. So this is what we got now. It's nice and firm. We're actually going to take some of this dirt out in the middle and we'll put compacted gravel into there. But right now I want to get these footings built up along the edge so we can get concrete poured into them and get the edge of the slab on something solid and fairly level. So we'll shoot some more grade here and probably haul some more dirt and try to get leveled off. It's we've got a couple more hours of daylight. Okay, I've been thinking here, and my math was a little bit wrong, but I know you're shocked. If you know me, I messed up math. But anyway, what we're doing is we're shooting grade here. That's what this thing is. And we're actually only a couple inches off. If you can see down there, that's how close we are to grade. 3-4 inches in some spots, closer in others. But what I'd forgotten is I'm putting in 2 inches of rigid foam. So basically, how do you come to the height of the bottom of your, what we're putting in is frost footings, so they're kind of level with the ground and the slab goes on top of it. But basically, I want to be 6 inches above the existing grade, because I need my dirt to be sloped back from my slab, because you do not want water up against your structure. Water's your worst enemy. So this is the way it works. I'm gonna have level grade here. 6 inches up from there is gonna be the top of my slab, the floor of my garage. I'm doing 5 inches of concrete and then 2 inches of rigid foam. And then below that is 4 inches of compacted gravel. That's what that pile right over there is starting. So I'll have them haul out more next week. So that's top of slab minus 5 inches, minus 2 inches foam, minus 4 inches, and that puts us at our grade where we want the footings to be, which right now we've got our sticks set at 4'11". So, and that's in reference to the laser that's over here shooting out laser beams. Where is it? Right there, right. Not a professional at this. Right there. That's the laser sitting there on tripod, and it's shooting out a beam that this thing can see, and it'll beep when it sees it. Well, it's blocked right now. And that's how you come up with your grade. So we're gonna haul a little more dirt and get it leveled out and compacted, and I think we'll be done with this. So let's do it. Yeehaw. Did I just say yeehaw on YouTube? Okay, we'll take you along on this exciting perspective here, back in the trailer from the dirt pile to the dump location. Not real exciting, but it is what it is. Some people might wonder, why don't you fill a trailer all the way up? And the truth of the matter is this is a 16-foot dump trailer. It's rated at 14,000 pounds, and you can very quickly overload it. Just because you got a trailer doesn't mean you can fill it all the way up, because it will quickly be too heavy. Each one of these loads of dirt is probably, I don't know exactly, but judging just how the trailer handles and how it dumps, it's probably about 4 to 5 tons. And what you don't want to do is overload the trailer and then it won't go. I haven't done that yet with this trailer, but I've seen it on YouTube, because believe it or not, I watch YouTube. And I've seen people overload their trailers, and then you got to get in there with like a shovel, because you can't scrape it to the back or get it out of there with the skid steer from the side. So pro tip of the day, don't overload your dump trailer. Knock on wood now, I'm probably gonna end up doing that myself. So if I do, I'm gonna blame you. Actually, I'm gonna blame my wife, because I pretty much blame my wife for everything. She's not here right now, so that's when it's usually easiest to blame her. But you'll get to know her during this build, and you'll see she's actually a saint. But anyway, so let's try to back this up and dump it. One thing I do want to say, when you're doing things like this, make sure you're safe about it. I'd love to have somebody out here watching me when I can back up, tell me when to start and stop, and when I can pull forward, and then I'll have to get in and out, and somebody can open the gates and stuff. But honestly, it's hardly worth it because of the danger. We've got a little boy also. He's an awesome helper. We call him the foreman. You'll meet him in this build also. And it's just so dangerous running equipment backing up, especially something like a skid steer. Very dangerous. You can't see out the back. So when you're doing these things, keep it safe, because you don't ever want to get somebody hurt, or worse yet, killed. So if you do these things, if I do something unsafe, doesn't mean you need to do it. But my intention is not to be unsafe, and honestly, you can't sue me if you do screw up. But I guess you could sue me, but you shouldn't sue me. Anyway, moral of the story: use your brains, be safe, don't be a hero, and it'll work out. So we finally got all our dirt in, leveled and compacted, and then the weather really turned for the worse. It rained and rained and started getting cold. Okay, well, some days it's cold and some days it's warm here, and the weather can't decide what it wants to do. But anyway, we've got our foundation lined out. I drove stakes in the corners, pulled string line and tapes across them diagonally. And actually in high school in math, they taught you that thing called the Pythagorean theorem, and it actually works. Amazing, simply amazing. But anyway, that'll tell you whether or not your foundation's square. So let me show you what it looks like. Okay, this side's going to be an RV bay, and there's going to be a garage door here 14 feet tall, and that is 46 feet deep. And then over here, there's going to be 2 regular garage doors, and this side is 37.5 feet deep. As we go back here, you'll see that there's going to be a porch across the back side. It's going to be about 12 feet deep, and you'll notice these marks across the back. Those are where the posts will be that support the back of the roof. So that's going to do it for this episode. Next, we will be working on the footings, and we want you to like and subscribe, and thanks for tuning in to the Show Me Nation.
Coming up in the next episode, we'll show you how we dug our footings and installed a thermal barrier for the heated floor. And then we start pouring concrete, and it really gets fun. So hit the bell and you'll be notified when our next video is up. Thanks for watching and being a part of the Show Me Nation.